All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Getting Started Right call for 4-week gut protocol. I'm so glad that you guys got a chance to join me today. And we're going to get started so that I don't waste any time with you guys. We're going to do some introductions. I'm going to give you a little personal testimony, and then I'm going to talk about setting yourself up for success. And then I'm going to open the floor for questions. Okay. Y'all good?
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I'm just going to call your name out, and then if you'll introduce yourself and tell me what is your goal with doing this program, and then we'll go on from there. Okay. We'll start with Alicia.
Good morning. My name is Alicia Singleton, and my goal is to feel better. That's my goal, is to feel better.
Okay. So have you been having some issues that you think gut protocol will address?
I do. It's just stomach things, and I know that it's dealing with the different foods that I eat. So just to, figure out what those foods are and how to go around those foods.
Okay, awesome. All right, Sonia Oliver.
Okay, my name is Sonia Oliver, and I joined the program to get my eating under control, and I swell a lot. So also to join it to help get rid of inflammation in my body. So that's one of the main reasons that I joined.
Awesome. All right, and Sonia Streeter.
Yes, good morning. I joined the program. I'm really hoping to be able to deal with some stomach issues. I just have one of these noisy stomachs, just to be polite. And so I'm hoping that it can help with me maybe getting the eating under control and eating the right things so that I can, just not always be dealing with these noises.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, I am Coach Iwana, and y'all already know me. But the reason that I wanted to do the program when it came out is kind of similar to Sonia, just some issues with my stomach. And I thought that it was just a part of getting older, because you hear so many people as they age that, they're taking more antacids, they're doing all kinds of stuff like that. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just in that, I'm just on that track. I'm getting older. So, I'm going to be dealing with some stomach stuff. And then when she started talking about the person who created the program, Autumn Calabrese, when she started talking about all of these different things about issues that she was going through, which she's a very small lady. And anytime that your body is either gaining weight or losing weight and you can't explain it, there's something that needs to be addressed. So she finally got to the right doctors, and they went through and started doing all of this testing and everything, and found out that she had a leaky gut, and then some sensitivities to certain foods. And once she got those things under control, she just started feeling so much better. Well, same thing with me. I am now I'm at the very end of week 5. And, when I first got started, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, because it is a lot at the very beginning. So I just want you guys to be prepared. And, so it was like, I felt like I was thinking and talking about food all the time. But by the time I got in the middle of week 2 and I started feeling so much better, and like my stomach was feeling so good. After week 1, I lost 5 pounds in week 1 following the maintenance program. And so I'm like, that's got to be inflammation because I'm a slender person and I didn't need to lose weight. And so now, you know, at the end of week 5, I've lost 3 more pounds. I don't plan to lose any more weight or anything like that. But I just feel so good in my body, like my stomach is not gurgling like Sonia was talking about. I feel like, well, last night I went to a dinner and I was very conscious of the foods that were there because I have not started adding the foods back in or reintroducing the foods that we'll take out. And so I was very aware of, one, not eating things that might cause me to feel bad. So so I ate the foods that were there. I could tell that it had a little bit more oil in it because my stomach did feel, you know, feel different. It had, you know, there was butter in it versus ghee. And so those are just things that you will become aware of. Your body will become more sensitive. And I'll tell you something else that is so awesome is your taste buds will become more sensitive. So your foods are going to taste so much better. Like when you eat an apple, it's going to taste like, oh my God, this is the best apple I have ever had in my life. And so, you know, it's exciting to be able to eat foods and to be excited about foods and for foods to do what they're supposed to do in our bodies. And that's to fuel us and not just to satisfy an emotional thing, which is what happens a lot of times. So that's my testimony. And by the way, my mom has been going through the program, and I'm gonna show you a picture. I didn't post this on Instagram or anything like that because I didn't have her permission, but the picture on the, can y'all see it? It's hard to, okay, because of my window. Okay, the picture on right here, that was at Alicia's mom's 80th birthday party, I think. So that was 4 or 5 years ago. Okay,
Yes.
then this picture right here is her now. So she was this size in January. Okay, even though that, you know, this was 4 or 5 years ago, she hadn't done anything to try and lose weight. So that's why we use that picture, because she was wearing the same outfit. And now this is her, and she has lost 43 pounds since January.
That's wonderful.
And she's feeling good. And, you know, like she came over, you know, she has issues with her ankles and knees and all of that. And so she still has her cane. But when I saw her ankles and saw that, you know, that inflammation that she had had, her ankles were literally almost the size of my thigh. They had gotten so big. And to see all of that inflammation going out is amazing. And so she is feeling really good.
Awesome.
So before we go on into like setting ourselves up for success, any questions?
I did want to make a comment. Also, another goal is to lose some weight. That, you know, that's always a good thing.
Yes, yes. Well, you know, that is one of the things, like all of the people that I did picture, you know, I did like a little reel on Instagram, and I showed all of these people's pictures, and everybody lost weight.
Yes.
You know, and it wasn't about us losing weight. Everybody started out with a goal to feel better.
Right.
And that feeling better has multiple, you know, multiple definitions. So feeling good in your body doesn't, I mean, you know, sometimes it does come with, I want to lose some weight, but being able to, you know, sleep good and being able to, like, my skin is so much, I mean, it just looks more, more youthful. And like, I have on no makeup or anything like that. You know, I'm usually wearing makeup, but my skin just feels better. And like, I'll look at it and it's like, it feels good. So all of those things, you know, there are going to be scale victories and measurement victories, but there are also going to be a lot of non-scale victories with this. So, okay. All right, so let's talk about getting set up for success. Now, I know from having, you know, helped lots of people with their fitness journeys and things like that. You want to have, you want to start out and begin tracking your journey. So that's going to start with first taking pictures. Most people do not like taking pictures. I didn't like taking pictures in the beginning either. But what you want to do is this is going to be documenting what's happening with your body, because the scale is not a true measure of what's happening. So the scale is going to go up and down based on a number of different things. If you haven't had enough sleep, if you haven't had enough water, if you've had too much sodium, it's going to cause the scale to fluctuate. But your body and your measurements and your clothes, all of the, and your pictures, those are going to have a truer measurement of what's going on with your body. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take pictures. Now, you don't have to have anybody to take your picture for you. I'm going to tell you how to do it. You're going to, okay? Everybody's like, no! Okay, so I am a picture taker now. I wasn't before I began Beachbody. And if you need me to send you another little tutorial and everything, I have one of those on how to take your pictures. But you can prop your camera up, your phone, make it front facing, and then put a timer on. It shouldn't take you any more than about 10 seconds to get in position to take your picture. And so you'll set it up and, you know, turn your camera on and then take your pictures, take a front facing. You'll want to do one with your arms up, take a side view, take one from the back, and then also with your arms up. So you'll take 5 pictures, okay? Front, 2 pictures from the front, 2 pictures from the back, and then one to the side, okay? The next thing that you'll do is you're going to take your measurements. And this is something also that you don't have to have someone to do for you. You'll take your tape measure, wrap it around you, and hold it here, and then look down. These are just going to be measurements. They don't have to be exact, but that's going to be your guide, okay? So if you do it the same way every time, same thing with weighing. You want to weigh about the same time every day. So my thing that I do when I get up in the morning, I go to the bathroom first, and then whether you want to weigh completely naked or whatever, I usually have on like my pajamas, which are usually very light. And so, you know, I always weigh after I have used the bathroom and then, you know, get my weight. And so that's how I track that. So those are the things that you want to do: your weight, your measurement, and your pictures. Okay.
And you said you weigh daily?
I do. And that is not absolutely necessary. It's just something that I have always done. But if you are, if you're a person that the scale frustrates you because you see it moving up and down, then that might not be a good thing. You might only want to weigh once a week. I like for people to do, I call it Saturday. And so Saturday is the day to get your new stats. So on Saturday, take your pictures again, take your measurements, take your pictures. So I do it, and then I upload it into our bod group. And the bod group has a tracker in it, and you can track food, you can track water, nutritional supplements, all of that, but you can also track your pictures. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay, so next we're going to go into calculating your calorie bracket. So have y'all watched the video that talked about that, right?
I did not.
You didn't see that? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and go into, let me go into my beach body. Okay. Okay, so let's do this together. If everybody has a, if you've got your phone calculator or calculator out, if you'll go ahead and pull that out. And we're gonna go right in here into the resources. And I'm gonna upload these resources into the Bite group so that you can easily go in and access these. Like you're not gonna need this calculator. Once you calculate one time, you'll pretty much stay on this same calculation for the whole 4 weeks. Now, if your weight goes down significantly, you'll want to recalculate because it may put you in a different bracket. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our caloric baseline. Okay, so take your current weight. If you don't know what it is, we'll take a second, run to your scale and go ahead and weigh. I know this is not the time that you're going to do it all the time, but I want you to have a starting point just for this calculation. You can recalculate tomorrow morning if you're planning to weigh in the morning. Okay, everybody know their weight?
Yes.
Okay, good deal. That was
Yes.
so good. Okay, so now take your weight and multiply that by 11. Okay, you got it?
Mhm.
Okay, so now you're gonna take that number, that's your caloric baseline, and we're using this second part right here. Use this calculation if you're looking to lose weight while following the program. If that's your goal, that's where you're gonna be. This is where I was. I wanted to maintain my weight. So I took my calories, my weight, and multiplied it by 11. And that was my caloric baseline. So if you're looking to lose weight, you're going to take the number that you came up with and you're going to subtract 400 from it. And that's your calorie target. And this is what I end up doing a lot of times. Okay, because I play tennis and I teach class and stuff. So I don't do this for the whole time. What I do on the days that I teach and on the day that I play tennis, I bump up to the next plan because I need more food in my system to make sure that I'm not exhausted by the end of the day. Okay. So any questions about that? That's all that you need for your caloric baseline. So I'm going to go to the next thing, which is our container plan. Okay, so now you've got your caloric baseline. Not your baseline, but your calorie target. And so this is the plan that you're going to be following. Okay. So anybody want to throw out a number that they are where they are?
1772.
Okay, 1772. So you're on plan B. Okay. Alicia?
As far as the plan that I need to be on,
Uh-huh.
plan C.
On Plan C, okay? And
I'm
Sonia,
I'm on Plan C too.
okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, so this doesn't mean, I'll tell you what most people will do. They look at this and it's like, well, I really want to lose weight. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down a plan, and that's gonna help me get to my goal faster. That is not how your body works. So I just want you to know, wherever you calculate, whatever your calculation was, stay at that calculation, because your body has got to do a number of things, and it's not just losing weight. You've got a heart that's pumping, you've got lungs, your brain, all of those things need a certain amount of calories to be able to function. And so that's why we put it at just a 400 calorie deficit, so that now you're already at a deficit. If you wanted to maintain your weight, you would stay at the number above, okay? What you calculated at your weight times 11, that's where you would be. So we went ahead and put you at a calorie deficit by subtracting 400, okay? All right, so now these are the containers that you will be using. So this is a hybrid plan. If you've ever looked at Portion Fix, it's very similar to Portion Fix, but now that she has changed it up a little bit. And so you're gonna have a few less fruits than what you had when you were on Portion Fix, if you ever followed that. But if you didn't follow it, that's fine. So I'm gonna, since it's two on the Plan C, I'm gonna, let me move us out of the way over here. Okay, so the people that are on Plan C, you're gonna have 7 green containers. So that's a lot of vegetables, okay? But you're gonna have 7 vegetables, 3 fruits. You're gonna have 5 proteins. But your proteins are going to be divided up into proteins A. Proteins A are going to be your animal proteins. Protein B are going to be your plant-based protein. And same thing with your carbohydrates. You'll have 3 carbohydrates, and it'll be, the A's are going to be your plant-based, and then the ones, the plant-based, I mean, the B's are going to be more like your potatoes and rice cakes and things like that. That's what's going to be in that plan. Okay. So now I'm going to flip to the next little thing, which is going to be like your food list. So I'm going to upload this food list so that you know what goes into each of those containers. And you want to get lots of variety in your diet, because that's what's going to help heal your gut. Also, when you're eating more seasonally, like it's good to have foods in your freezer, but if you can eat more of the foods that are available in the grocery store now, those are going to nourish your body more like how God designed our bodies. So if you notice, more of the fruits and vegetables during the summer have more water in them, like watermelon and cucumbers. They're better during this time of year. And that's because we need more water because it's hot outside. So you want to, try and eat as seasonal as you can. But, of course, it's a little bit less expensive if you can buy stuff that's frozen. So, but just keep a mix of things in your diet, okay? So this is the food list, and I'm gonna upload this list so that you can easily pull it up. It's gonna be inside of the bod group. And I think I've sent everybody an invitation to the bod group. So this is gonna be available for you. So I pull it up a lot of times when I'm out in the grocery store just to see what kind of falls in those categories. Or if I go out somewhere, I haven't eaten out a whole lot during the 4 weeks. One of the places that I did find that was easy to get food from was Tzatziki's, because everything is very fresh and they don't put a lot of oils and all of that kind of stuff in there. So that was a really good option to be able to go to Tzatziki's. So I'm going to just kind of share with you something that was a little challenging for me at the very beginning, and that was coming up with my foods. And so she has I'm going to upload these different trackers and stuff too. But I'm sorry, that wasn't the one. Inside of, oh, you know what? It's back up here. Okay, right here where it has meal plans. I started with her meal plan just to help me to figure out how to put the meals together in a day. And then as I got used to doing it, I adjusted it. So she has the meal plans broken down by category. And this is going to be inside of your gut protocol. When you click on it, it's inside of your program, and you can click on where it says meal plans and recipes. And she just did a thing for 3 days, because this is an individual thing. So you don't want to be just eating what she suggested, because you're trying to figure out what your body needs. So this is just a suggestion. You may not even like the foods that she suggests. And so that's fine. So I'm going to stop right here on plan B. And we're just going to look at day 1. So she created this fixate breakfast sausage, and the recipe is going to be inside of the recipes that are on there. She did rolled oats and then some sauteed broccoli. I have been just so surprised at how I have enjoyed having broccoli for breakfast, like some sauteed broccoli or steamed broccoli with breakfast. Sometimes I'll do butternut squash, but having that, starting the day with a vegetable, my body just really likes it. And I think that's why when I do Shakeology and I put vegetables in it as well, why my body likes that so much. So this was breakfast. Then for her snack, she did her Shakeology with a vegetable in it and a fruit, and then a little bit of nut butter. So that gave her, so now on plan B, you get 4 teaspoons. So in the first meal, she did a red A, a yellow A, and 2 greens. So the red A is an animal protein, the oats, and then her broccoli was her greens. So instead of just having 1 vegetable, she actually did 2. Okay. And then for her snack, she did, you see it listed down here. And so this just gives you an idea of how to put your meals together. Okay. Any questions? Y'all are good?
Yeah.
I know y'all are going to do so good. Okay. So any questions? I know that, we could go into a whole lot more detail with this, but it's going to be a matter of you sitting down with the food list. What I do is I print the food list out so that I've got the whole thing just spread out and I can look at it. And then I just, for the first couple of days, I followed her plan and I used this, and I didn't do fixate breakfast sausage. What I did was turkey bacon. And so I went to Sam's and got that big package of the turkey bacon that doesn't have nitrites and nitrates and stuff in there. And I just cooked up a bunch of it so that I could easily pull it out. And then I cooked a pan of oatmeal. So I've got maybe 4 servings of oatmeal. And then I would do my broccoli each day and just put it in the microwave and cook it that way. So that's how I put that together, and I just filled in with what I wanted it to be. So for my snack, I did the Shakeology, but instead of using a green container of cauliflower rice, I used spinach. And so I kind of go back and forth. I'll do spinach. Sometimes I'll do cauliflower rice sometimes. So any questions about putting your meals together and stuff? Y'all
You said this is on her site?
No, this is in your program. So if you go back up to the inside of the program right here with the different lessons. So the meal plans and recipes are going to be right inside of there. The resources, these are going to be inside of there as well. But I just uploaded into the bot group just to make it easy for you to get to it. So when you're out and about, because you can open up that bot group app, and inside of the bot group app, it'll have like a tracker and all of that. And you can, you can easily get to those things so that you just stay on track while you're out and about if you need it. But now I'm going to tell you, one of the things that Autumn says is that being prepared is not half the battle, it is the battle. And so being prepared will keep you from saying, oh my goodness, I left home and I didn't know that I was going to be out this long. And so now I'm going to have to run through the drive-through, because that can just throw you off your game. It really can. And, it's when you're hungry, it's hard to think of what is going to, what's going to fit into my containers, what's going to fit into that plan. And also when you're out and about, you're not going to be able to measure because you're not going to be carrying those little containers with you. So I've just gotten in a habit of preparing and putting the foods in the little containers. Even when I bought tzatziki's, I knew that I wanted to have tzatziki's, but I brought it home and then I measured it in the containers. And I was really excited because like the salad, like I did the shrimp feast, the shrimp fit perfectly in the little red container. And then I did potatoes one day, and I've only done it twice. And then one time I did the rice. The rice was almost perfect. It was just a little bit left over, but I didn't say, okay, well, it's just a little bit over. No, I gave the other to my husband because, he's not really following the plan. And, guys can usually eat a little bit more, a little bit more food than we do. And so I just gave that extra rice, and it was only about a tablespoon more. So I was excited about that. Okay.
It was in there.
Huh? Oh.
Where y'all finna go?
So this is the thing that I want you guys to make sure. You may already be in here, just joining the bot group. So I've sent everybody invitations. And so what you need to do is go in and join, because inside of this group, each day there will be some type of motivation and just different things to kind of help keep you on track with what's going on. So make sure that you join the group. And then my goal also, I did what was it? I did a Marco Polo before where I you know, I'll go into the Marco Polo and I'll talk and everything. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bot group a little bit more and upload the information in there so that you don't have two different places that you're going for information. So what I will do is I will go live inside of the bot group, and I'll let you know the days that I'm going to do that on. It may be me sometimes it may be Jackie. And we'll go live in there with different things to kind of help keep you on track. But one of the things that I love to do is I will go grocery shopping, and I like to show people what I've had, you know, what I bought at the grocery store, because it may give you some ideas of things that you can buy. Maybe you didn't know that when she talks about having variety, that variety can be within a particular group. Like there are a variety of potatoes. So you've got purple, you've got red, you've got gold, you've got sweet, and you've got different kinds of sweet potatoes. So being able to go and know where to get these different things from, you know, is a benefit. So, all right, any other questions, guys?
No.
I don't have any questions. If you put everything in that one place, I'm good.
Okay, I will do that. I will do that.
Okay.
And you know, this is probably going to be the start of me doing it that way to get more people active within the bot group, because when you've got multiple places and you're busy, that makes it difficult to
Exactly.
keep up with exactly where everything is. So yes, I'm going to put it all inside of the bot group.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any other questions, I should have stopped sharing a minute ago, and I am going to stop.